Hello, Walker, and thanks for joining us today. I appreciate you joining us on the Business Spotlight interview.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so first question for you is just to give the audience a little bit of background. So what do you do and how long have you been doing it?
I own Home Plate Baseball. It's known as Home Plate Chili Dogs. We a couple of things we do. We're a baseball training facility, softball training facility. We also have baseball teams, gym, jack of all trades. We got everything. We got a field. We got a 35,000 square foot facility with cages. So it's turned in a lot bigger than I thought it was ever going to be. But that's about what we do. We service a lot of the high schools around town, so we're trying to get out in the community.
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, usually things getting bigger than planned is usually a good problem to have, right? So that's fantastic.
Yeah, you just gotta be ready. You just gotta be ready for it.
When you think of success, who's the first person that you think of?
I like the I'm a 80. I was born in '83, so I'm a Jordan, a Jeter. I'm those guys, right? So, I learned from my father that you just bust your butt and you work and you get it done. So, I've got a lot of. I look young. I'm 39 years old. I bought a business when I was 32, but I feel like I am old school at heart and a blue collar kid. So that's what I've tried to just translate to business. So I look at those old school players that, really paved the way of how to do it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. When you think about through your business journey, what's one of the biggest lessons or learnings that you've had across that journey?
Buying a business at 32, not getting emotional. Stay cool. I think I've had to get back to that. I think when I was a player, I was cool hand, but understanding that it takes that in business too. Don't get emotional. That's just business. And you got to do the right thing for the business because you're trying to drive a ship, right? You don't want to make any sudden changes, but at the same time, you want to do the best thing for the customer or for your guys that work for you. So, and then spend a little extra time on how to manage employees.
Yeah, that's all the challenge. So steady she goes. You have your hand on the rudder for the ship and make changes, but make them very considered. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Especially in my business because it's definitely a service business and with a lot of people attached to it. So you don't want to make anything drastic. You want to make it, everybody. You want everybody to be along for the ride. So
yeah, for sure. Excellent. When you look to the future, maybe over the next 5 years, what are your aspirations for the company? Where do you see it going?
Yeah, I believe our model can play anywhere. I believe you need to have a few of the items that we do have, but I think our infrastructure and the logistics of how we operate, I think we can plug and play that into different areas. And I would love to start thinking about getting outside of our area and maybe opening up other places. Now, think about employees, you got to find the right person, right, to do that. But at the same time, I think we have the right systems in place to be able to operate that. But I'd love to start trying to get into that area and see how that expands.
Nice. So you mentioned employment. How do you see employment here in the Newton, PeachTree City, South Atlanta, Georgia area? What's your perception?
I would say plead the fifth. No, I'm just kidding. It's tricky. I mean, I'm a guy that always wants to. I'm always looking out for my guys, and but at the same time, nobody loves your business more than you do. So that's what I've had to learn. So my thing is I'm just whoever's willing to work and work hard, man, I'm all about getting those guys more hours, more pay, stuff like that. But in my area, it's kind of a specialty though, because you do need to be certified. You do not certified, but you do need to know what you're talking about because people now have Google and can pull you up and be able to look you up and see how long you played and what your track record is and how much you do know. So in my area, I don't have a long list of guys that I can pull from, but we right now have a really good group of guys though. So.
Excellent. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So no one's probably positioned better than you to answer this next question, but you're a coach, you're in the business of coaching. So I need to ask you, who has been your most influential, most best coach, most important coach to you, and why?
I would probably say my assistant coach in college, which the funny thing is, he now works for me. So he coached about 20 years of college baseball. He's currently a high school coach, but he coaches with me in the summer. He was the guy that just taught me that it's a process in everything, and I can't change it overnight. I mean, I was the guy in playing early in my career. If I went 0 for 4 with 4 line drives, I'm in the cage for an hour and a half, right?
Yeah.
Not understanding that it's not my swing. It's because they have 9 people out in the field. So that is what I have translated to the business world, to where it's not, there's things that need to be changed, or worked on, or, completed. But at the same time, everything's a process, and everything needs to be taken and looked at the right way. It's not just jumping in, doing drastic change over time. But that's Richard Dombrowski. He caught me at a very young age. That helped me out. So
So you mentioned him by name, yeah. So you called him out now. So excellent.
I know. He's on our social media right now. He has no social media whatsoever, but he's getting called the TikTok king. He's getting called the TikTok king because all his kids at school are seeing him all over TikTok, and he has no idea what they're talking about. And we're just shooting videos of him talking at our coaches' clinics.
So college coach, early 20s. So pull yourself back a couple of earlier years. What advice would you give to yourself, to your 18-year-old self, looking back at it now?
Listen to your heart. Go with what you got. I think early in my career, I listened to a lot of people. I do have an MBA. I mean, I got a management degree. I got an MBA. I've done all that stuff. But at the end of the day, not until I got into banking did I really know what everything was like, debits and credits and stuff, and running a copier or a fax machine.
Businesses are about people and finances, right? No matter what you do, those are the two constants, no matter what business you're in, right? So
I think as fast as possible, you need to learn what the debits and credits are and how it runs, and cash is king, So that is what I would have taught myself at 18 a lot earlier. So.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, I appreciate that, Walker. Any offers you want to talk about, newsletters, posts, anything else that you'd like to bring up for the audience watching this video?
Yeah, our seasons are kicking off this year. We have a chili bowl on this coming up the next weekend, February 18th. We also we're sponsoring for Royal Refuge Dog this next Wednesday at February 15th at Braylon for a golf tournament as well. So we're getting everything out and trying to get everything out and getting ready for the season to help out all the teams and people in the community. So it's going to be a fun year.
Spring is coming, so
it is.
That's good.
Gotta get through some rain first.
Yeah. So what's the best way for people to contact you, get engaged with Home Plate Baseball?
Yeah, we have Instagram, Facebook. We have a website. Our website is www.homeplate1, like the number 1.com. And then Facebook and Instagram is just Home Plate Baseball or Home Plate Chili Dogs, and you can go straight to us. And we have a good social media guy. He's I don't know anything about social media. I just know that everybody talks about how our videos are and everything. So apparently we're doing a good job on that. So, but you'll see a lot of content. We get a lot of content from all the kids that are practice and coaches and parents. So it's really good.